Like, I'm confused because y'all know peace is what I want. Like, I don't want no smoke, bruh. Like, I'm too happy right now.
The internet loves drama, but even by its standards, no one expected what landed on timelines that night. Out of nowhere, a grainy, shaky clip began circulating. It wasn't polished, it wasn't staged, it looked stolen. And at the center of it all was Teyana Taylor. Her voice wasn't calm or composed, the way fans were used to hearing it. It was fiery, trembling with both rage and heartbreak. The words cut like a knife. "I'm done with both of you." The video was short, but it was enough to set the internet ablaze. In just a few seconds, you could hear the frustration, the exhaustion, the years of tension boiling over. This wasn't a rehearsed speech. It was raw. It was emotional. And it felt like the mask of perfection had finally been ripped off. Immediately, questions exploded. Who was she talking to? Who were the both of you that she was so ready to cut off? Fans froze the video, rewound it, analyzed her body language, the background, the muffled sounds behind her voice. Some swore they heard Iman's tone faintly in the background. Others believed another voice, softer, different, hinted at someone else being there. But the truth wasn't in the clip. The truth was in the mystery. Blogs pounced instantly, slapping headlines across feeds. Teyana explodes on camera. "I'm done with both of you," shocking outburst. Within an hour, the video wasn't just a leak, it was a wildfire. Screenshots of her angry face flooded Instagram. TikTok edits layered the audio over montages of her past interviews, fans claiming they had always seen this moment coming. Twitter trended hashtags like #donewithbothofyou and #TeyanaExplodes. The internet had found its new obsession. But what made it even more explosive was the silence. No statement from Teyana. No denial, no explanation, no attempt to soften the blow. The lack of response turned the clip into something bigger than a rant. It became evidence. Evidence of betrayal. Evidence of exhaustion. Evidence of a woman who had finally reached her breaking point. Speculation spiraled. Some were certain the both referred to Iman and another woman, painting the clip as confirmation of long-rumored infidelity. Others argued it was about betrayal by two close friends, people from her inner circle who had crossed a line. The possibilities were endless, and that's what made it viral. Everyone could insert their own theory, their own narrative. And with no one clarifying, the story kept growing. The footage itself was barely a minute long, but its impact was massive. You could hear her voice shake, not just with anger, but with hurt. It wasn't the voice of someone just annoyed. It was the voice of someone who had been holding in pain for far too long. Every word landed heavy, leaving fans with goosebumps. "I'm done with both of you." That wasn't just an argument. That sounded like the end of something. And so, what began as a leaked clip turned into a cultural moment. Overnight, Teyana's private meltdown became public property, and the world was left desperate to know who exactly broke her trust, and why did it finally push her to the edge. To understand why this leaked footage hit so hard, you have to rewind to the beginning. Teyana and Iman weren't just another celebrity couple. They were a story people wanted to believe in. Their love looked magnetic, the kind of connection that makes headlines not because of scandal, but because it seemed unshakable. They built their brand on passion, loyalty, and the image of being each other's rock in a world that constantly tried to tear couples apart. Fans rooted for them through every high. The wedding that felt like a fairy tale, the sweet moments shared with their daughter, the joint interviews where they teased each other with that playful spark, it all looked perfect. On social media, they crafted a world that seemed enviable, matching outfits, anniversary tributes, family holidays. For a time, they were proof that love could thrive even under the spotlight. But anyone paying attention could see the cracks starting to show. Rumors of late-night arguments, whispers of mistrust, cryptic captions from Teyana's posts, all hinted at tension bubbling beneath the surface. Insiders described their fights as fiery, the kind that left the air thick for days afterward. Some close friends said the passion that made them magnetic also made them combustible, unable to walk away without turning every disagreement into a storm. Still, they held on. Still, they smiled for the cameras, posed together, played the part of a couple untouchable by drama. And maybe that's why this leaked clip cut so deep, because for years, people wondered how long she could hold on before the fire burned her out. Hearing her yell, "I'm done with both of you," felt like the breaking point fans had been bracing for. It was no longer speculation. It was her voice saying it loud. The footage didn't just rattle fans, it shook their families to the core. Teyana's relatives were furious. Not just at whoever had betrayed her by leaking such a private moment, but at the thought of her pain being turned into entertainment for millions of strangers. Some defended her completely, saying she had every right to explode after everything she'd endured. Others worried the outburst, stripped of context, would damage her reputation and overshadow her career. Protective voices in her family allegedly urged her to cut ties completely, with Iman, with anyone who caused her pain, with the drama that kept dragging her back. On Iman's side, the reactions were just as divided. Some relatives admitted the video made him look guilty, even if his voice wasn't clear in the background. Others defended him, claiming the clip unfairly painted him as the villain when nobody knew what had led up to that moment. Some even suggested the footage was old, resurfacing now to stir drama when the couple was already in a fragile place. But whether recent or not, the anger in Teyana's voice felt too real, too raw to dismiss. The families, already strained by past scandals, found themselves more divided than ever. Parents worried about the emotional toll on their granddaughter, the little girl caught in the middle of this storm. Siblings pointed fingers, arguing about who had leaked the video, who was protecting whom, who was to blame for letting things spiral this far. Family group chats turned into battlegrounds, with long voice notes and heated arguments spilling into every conversation. Friends closest to them admitted they weren't surprised by the clip itself. They had seen explosions like this behind closed doors before. What shocked them was that it went public. They never imagined the world would get a front row seat to the kind of pain usually hidden from cameras. And once it was out, there was no pulling it back. The damage was done. For both families, the leak wasn't just scandal, it was humiliation. It was private pain plastered across headlines, a reminder that in the digital age, even the most guarded secrets can become viral spectacle. And while fans debated theories online, their families were left to pick up the pieces in silence. The internet, of course, wasted no time turning the leaked footage into its latest obsession. Fans dissected every second of the video like it was a crime scene. Twitter threads popped up within minutes, filled with theories about who the both of you referred to. Some swore it was Iman and another woman, linking it to past rumors of infidelity. Others argued it could be two close friends, maybe people from her circle who crossed her in ways no one had expected. TikTok creators replayed the clip on loop, acting out reenactments, layering her words over dramatic music, and splicing it with old interviews and photos. Edits of Teyana smiling in the past, followed by her angry outburst in the leaked video, went viral. Instagram comment sections filled with sympathy posts, but also harsh criticism. Some fans stood by her, saying she had finally had enough and deserved peace. Others called the outburst too much, accusing her of letting emotions spill in a way that could tarnish her image. But one thing everyone agreed on: the pain in her voice was real. You didn't need context. You didn't need names. The way her voice cracked, the force behind her words, it felt undeniable. Nobody could dismiss it as acting. It was the sound of betrayal, of someone finally reaching the edge of their patience. And then came the twist that shifted everything from scandal to full-blown firestorm. A longer version of the footage surfaced, and this time, it wasn't just Teyana's voice echoing in anger. In the background, faint but undeniable, muffled voices could be heard pushing back. Fans pounced on it immediately. They slowed the clip down, replayed it over and over, and analyzed it frame by frame like detectives in a crime drama. One voice, some insisted, sounded unmistakably like Iman. The second voice, though less clear, became the lightning rod for chaos. Was it another woman caught in the heat of confrontation? Was it just a friend trying to calm things down? Or was it someone else from her inner circle, adding fuel to an already volatile moment? The fact that the video cut off abruptly only magnified the frenzy. It was like a movie ending on its climax, leaving the audience desperate for answers. Within hours, gossip blogs plastered headlines everywhere. Was Teyana confronting Iman and his mistress? The two voices behind the explosion. Mainstream outlets didn't hold back either, speculating freely while fans turned into amateur investigators. Social media timelines filled with side-by-side comparisons, people matching background voices to old interviews, analyzing tone and pitch like experts. Every detail became a clue, every pause a potential revelation. Theories collided, some claiming the clip was staged, while others insisted it was raw and unfiltered. Meanwhile, whispers from so-called insiders added more layers. Some swore the clip was old, resurfacing at the perfect moment to stir chaos. Others claimed it was recent, a sign that the cracks in Teyana and Iman's relationship had grown deeper than ever. In the end, the pivotal leak didn't just feed gossip, it transformed it. What once felt like wild rumor now carried the weight of undeniable reality. And yet, through all the chaos, both Teyana and Iman stayed silent. No denials. No confirmations. Just silence. And that silence became deafening. Now, the world is left hanging on one question. Who were the both of you she was done with? Was it Iman and another woman? Two friends she trusted? Or something else entirely? The mystery is unbearable. Every day without an answer feels like another twist waiting to drop. The fandom has split into camps, each convinced they know the truth. Theories grow wilder, edits get darker, and the tension keeps rising. Her words echo across social media like a ghost. I'm done with both of you. And until the truth comes out, nobody knows what happens next. So what do you think? Who was she talking to in that explosive outburst? Was it betrayal in love, or betrayal in friendship? Drop your theories in the comments. We want to hear every angle. Don't forget to hit like if this leaked footage shocked you as much as it shocked us. And make sure to subscribe, because this story is far from over. The next leak, the next twist, could change everything. And trust me, you'll want to be here when it happens.